All right, man. This is how somebody can hack your crypto and steal your crypto. All right, this is how. There's a few ways. Mainly, they send you a fraudulent email. It's called a phishing attack or scam or whatever. And they send you an email, and it appears to be from Coinbase. It'll be from like Coinbase support or support.coinbase. Whatever, you know what I mean? Or coinbase.support.com, whatever. It'll be an email from them, and they're going to be like, hey, someone tried to log into your account. You please provide your username and password so you can access your account. All right? And so what you do is you click the link, and it brings you to a website that looks exactly like Coinbase 100% or whatever, and you log in, and then immediately that person takes your email address and login and goes and logs into your Binance account or your Coinbase or whatever account that you got, and they begin to withdraw funds, because they know your password, because you logged into a fake website, a Fugazi website, and you're unable to know that they are in your real site account to get there. Another way is that you download some weird app on your phone, and it puts in a keylogger, and that keylogger is tracking every click, every time you type characters, etc., and then just wait for you to log into your account, and then boom, you know what I mean? Now they got your email and your password. Sometimes somebody will call you and be like, hey, this is Troy from Coinbase, and it seems that someone's attempting to hack your account, and so we wanted to reach out to you directly in order to make sure that everything was on the up and up. And are you logging in right now? And you're like, oh my gosh, thanks, Troy. No, I'm not logging in right now. And Troy's like, okay, well, in order to verify that you are who you say you are and you're not the hacker, you're going to need to give us your username and password, okay? And we're going to verify if that's correct. And so you literally tell this person the username and the password, and they log in. And they're like, okay, great, yeah, we're logged in now. Thanks, it is correct. Blah, blah, blah. Well, thank you for resolving this issue. And then, they begin to withdraw funds from your account. Now, these exchanges, they're insured, right? Just like your money at the bank. But these exchanges are insured for way more than $100,000 per account. But they're insured, right? And they don't just insure the dollar figure of what you had, it's the coin that you had, right? So if you had 5 Litecoin, and by golly, if you get hacked and it's their fault, you're gonna get 5 Litecoin. Even if it's not their fault and you get hacked, because it's insured, you get 5 Litecoin back, right? And it's good that it's insured. It's great that it's insured. However, okay, think about, all right, so I've had a friend of mine, very good friend of mine. He, literally, the problem was that the way somebody typed his name into, the profile for his account, whoever it was over at Coinbase, they literally switched 2 letters around. And so his ID didn't match that name. And for 3 years, he could not get into his Coinbase account. For 3 years. Or maybe it was Gemini. I think it was Coinbase though. Could not get into his account. And it took over 1.5 years just to have regular communications with the people over at Coinbase or whatever exchange it was, in order for him to get just the conversation going about that. And then another 1.5 years to actually get access back into his account. So, you are, you want to buy, you want to sell, whatever. You have this investment, you have this money tied up. Maybe you need that money, an emergency popped up. Maybe you just want to spend your money because it's your money, you want to spend it. And, this exchange is standing between you and your money. It's a problem, dude. And, even if you're correct, it could take up to 3 years, maybe more. You know what I mean? I know it's taken a lot of folks 3, 5, 6 months of not having access to their funds before they get access to it. You know what I mean? Having the dilemma of not having access to your funds can take a long time to resolve if it's on an exchange. There's this saying by Andreas Antonopoulos, and if you want to learn more about Bitcoin, not just price of Bitcoin and all that, but like what Bitcoin can do, Andreas Antonopoulos is the one you want to listen to. But he came up with this phrase. He said, "Not your keys, not your coin." If it's not your keys, it's not your coin. Not your keys, not your coin. Not your keys, not your coin either. Okay? And what that means is, all right, so every time you set up a wallet, you get a private key, and you're supposed to keep that private key close to you just in case you lose access to your wallet. So, a lot of people have their wallet on their phone falls in the toilet. It's okay because you got your private key. Go get your private key, pop it into any other phone on the planet. As long as it can connect to the internet, boom, pulls up your wallet, you're back in business, right? When you go to an exchange and you sign up for an exchange, everybody says like, oh, I got my Coinbase wallet. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's not your wallet. Oh, I got it in my Gemini wallet. No, that's not your wallet. You got it right. You got it partially right. It's Coinbase's wallet that you're using, or it's Gemini's wallet that you're using. You know what I mean? They just give you access to it. You don't have the private keys to those wallets. You can't just pop that into the blockchain somewhere and pull that wallet up. It's not yours. You know what I mean? And so it's not your keys. What does that mean? If it's not your keys, do you remember? It's not your coin. The coin is not yours if it's not your keys. Don't leave any money on exchanges. No money whatsoever. I mean, look, if you want to trade and you're a trader and that's what you do is trade and you're always buying and selling, whatever, man, the decision is yours, okay? Like, it's up to you what you want to do, okay? But, if you're a hodler, don't keep it on the exchange, bro. Because what happens when your account gets hacked or for some reason you get locked out of your account because some idiot over at these exchanges made a mistake? You know what I mean? Look, man, the other thing is, this is a workplace like any other workplace. Think about your workplace, okay? Think about where you work, right? And for some of you, maybe this doesn't apply, but for the vast majority of you can relate, okay? At work, because you are the employees there, you have access and certain privileges that if you were nefarious about those things, you could take advantage of the access and the privileges that you have. You know what I mean? Maybe if you work at Taco Bell, all right, maybe you could slip your homeboy an extra churro. You work at McDonald's, it's an extra Big Mac, right? You work at Costco, and it's like, I'm not going to scan this bottle of Tide for you, Bob. Because you're my boy. You're my boy, Bob. Or you take some toilet paper home from the, janitorial closet, right? Because you're like, it's a corporation. You got plenty of toilet paper. I'm running out. And take some home. Screw you guys. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. You think about that. Think about whatever you do at work. Think about that. Okay, now that you thought about it, there's somebody doing that at the exchange. Whatever exchange you want, Coinbase, Gemini, there's somebody somewhere. They can't catch all of them. And they got some kind of little hustle going on. And they got the black market, dark web, or some homeboy somewhere, or they put together a little team and they, every once a month or once a week, they find an account, and they somehow, some way, gain access to that account. They can see the username, they can see the password, and they divulge that to a bad actor who takes advantage of that information and steals your money. Now it's insured, so you're gonna get your money back because it's insured. So you're gonna get your money back, but it'll take you months. And if you don't stay in contact with them, they'll just let you go. If they feel like you let the money go, and they'll let the money go. They're not even tripping. You know what I mean? They got so many people signing up. They got Yo, the trading volume on Binance, I think, is like 15 to 20 billion dollars per day. And I think that's just for Bitcoin too. I don't think that's not even the whole exchange. You know, do they care about your $1,000, $5,000, $20,000, $100,000? Do they really care about it? No, they really don't care. I'm just keeping it real, man. You know, I'm just keeping it real. You know, take it or let it alone. I'm trying to look out for you, man. I'm trying to tell you a way for you to not end up in these kinds of predicaments. Okay? And, you know, think about it, man. If you're doing that for toilet paper, you know, the incentive is high. If somebody has a full Bitcoin or like 10 Ethereum or 20 Bitcoin or whatever, and just sitting there on the exchange, like, whoa. You know, if I was them, which I'm not, but if I was them, I wouldn't go after like super big, you know, sums of money, because that would send major red flags to Coinbase, and then there'd also be legal ramifications that would come back if the exchange fingered an employee as the culprit for these, like, you know, like $200,000 hack or $500,000 hack or something like that. But, you know, your little $5,000 and $10,000, who cares? We're dealing with billions of dollars per day. You know what I mean? Who cares about your little $10,000? So that's why I tell you, you know, don't leave your crypto on exchanges, man. You know, the other thing is, you have to be very mindful. Like, okay, look, if you got your whole portfolio, your life savings is in crypto, which is mine too, but it's on your phone. Oh, you know, if it's on your phone and you're just waddling around the world and, you know, downloading every game that Instagram or Facebook puts in front of you as an ad, you know what I mean? Like, you're setting yourself up to get got. You are setting yourself up for failure. Okay? You really have to be mindful about what you do, what kind of activity you do on the device that's carrying your portfolio. You know, I would say, if I were you, I would recommend having a phone, wallet, phone, tablet, laptop that is specifically just for holding your crypto. Tuck it away, you know, and that's having a hot wallet, right? So like that's Exodus, BitPay, whatever. The bulk of your stuff is not on an exchange. It's not kept on an exchange, okay? And the exchanges are Binance, Gemini, Crypto.com, Coinbase, KuCoin, Uphold, etc., etc. These are all exchanges. These are all centralized places where they keep the passwords, the usernames, the access to your money in one place. That's what makes Bitcoin like unhackable, is because the access point is everywhere. So no one person can penetrate, you know, the security of one access point without having to penetrate the security of many access points, right? All the access points virtually, right? And I could go deeper into this. There's other videos where I did that. Check them out. I think, what is Bitcoin? I go into like exactly how this thing is done. I think that's the first video on this channel. Anyway, you know, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Don't keep it on any exchange, because you might get your money back. You might, and even if it takes like 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever, you might get your money back. Okay, you might get your money back, but that time without having access to it, that could hurt, man. That could hurt. You might be, man, Bitcoin might spike to like 500K, and you got half a Bitcoin, and you want to sell. You know what I mean? You're like, yo, let's get up out of here. Let me lock in those gains. And you can't sell because your half a Bitcoin is non-existent on the exchange, and they locked you out of your profile. I mean, your what you call it? They locked you out of your account. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hold your own private keys. You know, this is what crypto is all about. Securing your funds yourself. You know what I mean? That's literally what it's all about. So, yeah, man, I don't know what you're gonna do. Take your coin off exchanges immediately, if you can. Hold it. So you have hot wallets. like Exodus, like BitPay. You have hot wallets like that, okay? And those are able to allow you to keep your crypto on a device, like a laptop, computer, whatever. You always have access to it. Then you have cold storage wallets, okay? Now, a cold storage wallet is like a USB device. Many times, sometimes it's other things, but it's a USB device, and you plug it into your laptop, and now your funds can only be accessed if your that device is plugged in, right? So a hacker obviously wants to hack your stuff, but can't access it because your private key was pulled offline on the blockchain, to where you can't access your funds until you plug that in. And even then, there's a whole code, and there's a scrambled keypad, and it's all kinds of really cool security features that are on these cold storage wallets. And they are a hassle. If you have constant access to your funds, it is a hassle to use these cold storage wallets. It's really only meant for you to like pull an amount off or the whole thing off because you want to make a big move, right? What you want to do is keep some funds like on a phone, maybe keep a bigger pool of funds on a hot wallet, like on like Exodus or whatever, for a phone that you don't use, a laptop, a tablet, whatever. And then the real bulk of your funds, put it on a cold storage wallet, so that you can tuck it away, bury it in your backyard, and only the spot where you need to bury it is that. Make sure you put some silica packs in there so it doesn't rot. So anyway, what's it called? That's it, man. That's it. Get your stuff off exchanges. Custody your coin yourself. Be secure and security-minded about where you keep your coin. And that's it, man. Done easy. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Love you. Be safe. Hope everything works out for you. Peace.